Hello, squatters. Um, Now that we've seen the interview, the full interview, what is your take on this whole matter? Here's my view, quick. For the very first time that I see a sober Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, a cool and calm guy who's very smart, who articulates his stories exceptionally well. I'll put it this way: as much as he has mentioned all that has been bothering us and concerning us as a country, what exactly was happening, I picked up a lot of things there. The suspension, the treatment, how the whole matter was handled, and being instructed to stay away from party activities and all of that. I think the trust is broken. And like I all the time mention that Julius Malema is someone who takes political matters personal, and then somehow he became personal and he wanted to hit him hard so that anyone who maybe was planning to find themselves in that situation, they must know their fate and all of that. Sometimes people like Julius Malema, they show their harsh leadership style in that way, that I want to set an example that anyone who thinks to do that or who's planning to do that, they must know that I'm going to throw them very far. The man has been patient, Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, and for the whole process. And, I would also leave, because you can't be waiting for 2 months, waiting for an intelligence report that they don't even show you. They are just showing you that they don't want you anymore. Besides the evidence and all of that, they don't want him. So he made a good decision to leave, to say, listen, guys, I don't have any issues with my brothers and sisters in the EFF, but I think my journey with the EFF ends here, and I'll have to continue doing my own thing there. And for the fact that maybe he also complimented Cyril Ramaphosa. Maybe that's what also made Julius angry. But this is recent now that he said Cyril Ramaphosa is not what we used to think he is. Maybe there's a new character in him. Yes, he did certain things that actually caught us by surprise, Cyril Ramaphosa, by telling Donald Trump to keep his America, then we'll keep our South Africa, all of that. It was a strong political stunt that he took, and we compliment him from that, because Donald Trump is someone who is trying to bully South Africa, and he's trying to create chaos, unnecessary chaos. By the way, white South Africans have called him into order and told him that they are fine here and they don't need to go there, because they know we have given them the privilege, they have got access to everything. Sometimes some of the things that they have access to, we don't have access to because of financial issues and all of that. They are financially stable here, they've got a privilege, they are white, they are treated with special treatment and all of that. So they won't survive that side. And by the way, besides, Africans can never be a culture in America. So they had to actually maybe switch when they get there and all of that. Even if they decided to leave, we will just let them go, and they will leave their assets or whatsoever, and we'll share. I mean, that's not a problem also. So from Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, we appreciate for him to stand his ground and calmly take us into his confidence, because I feel like if you put Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi and the CIC Julius Malema, the most honest person is Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, because Julius Malema has been lying to us, saying he doesn't account to Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, it's not his keeper, and why he was absent on the NPA, and then he made so many excuses. And even when he comes back, he said he was surprised by the resignation because he was on holiday with his wives, but knowing very well that you have suspended the man. You have suspended him, and what did you expect him to do? By the way, yes, he had to do what he has done, because he could realize that the relationship was broken, and there was no other way. There was no other way. You know, sometimes in life we have to accept when it's over. When there's nothing that is left, you need to also make your way out and try other things, because we happen to want to hold on to something that is not really going to work anymore. If it used to work, it's no longer working, it's no longer giving you any fruits. Why do you stick around? He did the right thing, you know, and I wish him all the best. That's why I was saying on my previous episode that losing someone like Mbuyiseni Ndlozi in politics in general will be a big scar for us as South Africans, because that man is one man that was able to shape politics and to give us new ideas and articulate certain things that we would really struggle to do that. So there's 3 people who were very useful in the EFF who have left now, and I doubt the leadership will be able to gain that traction. I don't know, but politics, you'll never know. Maybe Julius Malema and his team, they'll be able to resuscitate the EFF and bring it back to the map. You know, it's so sad, man. At the same time, we have to move on. Things change. There was a breakaway from the ANC. It happened before the PAC was formed and all of that. So that's politics, man. And people need to grow sometimes. I think at this point, Mbuyiseni Ndlozi has to grow and use that experience to conquer in certain aspects of politics. But we would appreciate to see him in politics. I would like to see him as a political analyst, you know, because I think now he's sobering up, and now he's no longer indoctrinated into the EFF ideology and all of that. So he will be able to give an impartial observation from a political point of view about the future, because even the little that he has actually managed to give us, you could see that this man now is sobering up. Is no longer, you know, indebted into the EFF ideology, and you can't say something different from the CIC and all of that. So as much as I've mentioned that, you know, the CIC, Julius Malema, sometimes takes things too personal, and the leadership there has got some kind of autocratic element there that, you know, whatever that I say goes. And I think I want to believe Floyd, Ndlozi, that he was really mistreated. You know, he was really mistreated, and he felt that his service is no longer needed there. It is what it is, squatters, and then I'll hear from you what is your view exactly. But we wish all that men, or all those guys, all the best. Ndlozi, all the best on his future endeavors. When it comes to where he would want to go. And also CIC, all the best to resuscitate, because these are our political parties as black people that we rely on, and we believe that maybe somehow they might be able to get it right. You know, they keep missing the target, but maybe they will get it right. And then Julius Malema needs to stop bashing the MKP, because if you declare MKP as enemy number 1, DA is enemy number 2, number 3. So now you are losing focus to the main enemy, and you target the party that you should be working with. Somehow they need to work together. Somehow they need to sort out their differences. We know that they like power. Julius Malema likes power. Jacob Zuma likes power. So they must put their personal differences aside and focus on building this country, because really we need both leaders. Jacob Zuma, you talk about experience. Julius Malema, you talk about experience. Combined, they can bring us some magic. And it's tough luck, because Ndlozi is no longer there. And, you know, it's so sad, man. It's so sad. I don't like dwelling too much on this issue, but it's so sad, man, to see that man in that shape, you know. But I believe he will be able to overcome this, and we'll see him on the spotlight. We can't afford to have him going underground unnoticed, and then all of a sudden he disappears, because the gift that he has, it's very unique, and I believe he can make a huge difference in politics. Let's keep hoping that he will maybe make a comeback somehow. I don't see him joining a political party now. As I've heard him, what he said, I don't think so. Maybe he might start some sort of a civil society movement or what. I don't know. But I think he's trying to figure out also where he will go, and what is it that he can dwell onto, so to use his experience that he gained going forward. But it's so sad, man. Now we know what happened, and Squatters, I'll hear from you how you feel about this whole thing. But it's so sad, man. At the same time, it is what it is. Thank you, Squatters.